Hello and welcome to Theatrephonic. First off, thank you so much for tuning in. Your listens mean a huge amount to us. There won't be an advert midway through this episode as we don't want to ruin the spooky atmosphere of the play, but we'd like to use this moment to make a little appeal of our own. You may not be aware, but Theatrephonic has a Patreon feed where, as well as ad-free episodes, we offer additional content such as blooper reels, Q&A sessions and the opportunity to watch live recordings of the plays. With your support, Theatrephonic will be able to give you bigger, more frequent content, and we would love to be able to do that for you. If you're interested, please visit patreon.com/Theatrephonic for more information. That's patreon.com/Theatrephonic. Either way, thank you so much for joining us and enjoy the play.
Theatrephonic presents In the Dark, written by Joanne Toon.
Edward Ringwood.
Oh, that's me.
Welcome, Edward. Come through this way. Have you completed all of your paperwork?
Yes, here you go.
Edward, this is Felicity. This is her research project.
Ah, Edward, thank you so much for helping out. I really appreciate you coming across campus for this.
I couldn't really turn down the opportunity. Most psychology experiments are only paying £25 or £30. I couldn't believe it when your email said 250.
Up to 250. You'll get the standard 25 for starting the experiment and then more for each stage you reach. Now, I know you have signed the waiver form we gave you, but I will go through it again to make sure that you have understood each element. This experiment is designed to test your reaction to different stress stimuli. Each stressor will be about 10 minutes long. You can stop at any time, but you'll only get paid for the ones you complete. There's a final bonus if you complete all of the 4 different stressors. I have to warn you, not many people have managed to give me all the data that I am looking for.
Don't worry, I'll stay to the end. To tell you the truth, this experiment is going to be how I eat next month. I hadn't quite realised how expensive everything was going to be, and my student loan has just vanished.
Right. A few final health questions before we get started. Have you had any heart problems or history of heart disease in the family?
Nope.
Any history of strokes?
Nope.
Epilepsy?
No.
Any other health concerns at all?
No, I'm fit as a fiddle. I rarely even catch a cold.
Now, in your application, you advised that you had a fear of the dark. Are you able to give any further information on this, please?
Well, it sounds silly, but,
No phobia is silly to the person who suffers from it.
when I was a child, I was really scared of the dark. The house was broken into overnight when I was 7. This man came through my bedroom window and woke me up. He was wearing this horrible mask that made him look like a monster. I was terrified from then on. I always thought that there were things under the bed or that someone else would break into the house and watch me whilst I slept.
Well, it's completely understandable that trauma like that would lead to nyctophobia.
What a phobia?
Nyctophobia is the fear of the dark. It's common and nothing to be ashamed of.
I'd always hope I'd grow out of it, though. I am still afraid.
I wouldn't worry. It's completely normal. On a scale of 1 to 10, how scared of the dark would you say you are?
Probably a 9. I keep a lamp on through the night and I've had panic attacks whenever the power cuts out suddenly. I can't even go to the cinema without having a mini freak out when the lights go down. I'm 20, for goodness sake. Can you imagine?
You sound perfect. Right, now then come this way, please. We'll get you kitted up and then we can get started.
Kitted up?
As well as the audio and video recordings, we want to test your body's reaction to the different situations. We'll be monitoring your heart rate through this pulse oximeter. Hold out your hand and we'll attach these pad sensors to your palm. There we go, and your forehead, okay? To test the amount that you're sweating. Right, there you go. All ready.
This will be the room you're in. We'll stay out here with the monitors.
Lucky 13, I see.
No. Level 1, room 3, with room 4 being that one next door. A lot of people make that mistake when they first get here.
Hang on. Where have I heard that before? Mansfield block, level 1, room 3. Mansfield 1.3. Wait! Isn't that the room where the accident happened? And that researcher died. People at the bar said that they'd seen a ghost.
Oh, I love the way that Freshers' Week pranks persist. Someone tried to scare me with that when I was in my first year.
I really don't know where that rumour started. It's been going on since well before I started studying here. When I was a first year, there were people who were saying that it was definitely haunted. Well, I've been in and out of these lab rooms for most of my time here, and I have never even seen a hint of a ghost. Probably because they don't exist.
Still, are you sure that this is safe?
Do you really think I would be allowed to do this experiment if it weren't? We need to get on. Unless you wish to withdraw before we start?
No. It's all good. Wow. The room's bigger than I thought it would be.
Right. There's a chair here for you to sit on, though do feel free to move around the room as you need. Water on the table. We will have a pause between each of the situations, but if you want to stop the experiment early, then press the buzzer on the wall here. We're just in the room next door, so we'll be straight in if you need us.
Why aren't there any windows?
The room used to be a bigger lab for experiments that needed to avoid sunlight. They later divided it up and also put in that one-way mirror. Due to the way that the mirror works, you might at times be able to see into the room beyond it. For example, if you put a light on in there, then you'll be able to see through the glass. Don't worry, there won't be anyone in there. We will be watching and listening via that camera you can see in the corner. Ready?
I think so. Think of the money.
Right, good luck. There'll be a minute or so as we do our final checks next door, and then we'll get going. We'll sound a buzzer at the end of each stage of the experiment so you'll know that it's complete.
An hour or so of my time. £250. Come on, Edward. You can't afford to back out now. You can take any stress to put something back in the bank. I wonder if one of those stresses is this chair. Oh, it's bloody uncomfortable.
Are we all set?
I think so. The video is recording and all the monitors are functioning. His heart rate's a little elevated, but nothing unusual.
Good. Switching the cameras to infrared. On the count of 3, switch off the lights. 1, 2.
Hey! Put the lights back on! They put out the lights. They put out the bloody lights! Come on, Edward. You can do this. It's nearly an empty room. No beds for monsters to hide under. This experiment is designed to test your reaction to different stress stimuli. No wonder they're paying so well. This is the worst kind of stress factor. Why am I so scared of the dark? It's only the absence of light. The objects in a room don't change when the lights go out. There's nothing here that wasn't there before. But a faint breath of wind on my neck feels like something's reaching for my throat. The water running through the heating system sounds like a dozen voices on the edge of hearing. Without any light, I'm straining to catch any change in the shadows in front of me. Even without seeing their monitors, I can feel my heart rate increasing along with the adrenaline, ready for anything that might happen. And yet, the only thing that's changed is that the lights have gone out. It's all well and good her telling me about the buzzer to press if I need to get out, but how do I find it if I can't see a damn thing? Come on, Edward. You aren't going to quit at the first hurdle. It's a simple experiment, that's all. You have to be logical about this. You know there's no ghosts or things that go bump in the night. There's literally 2 pieces of furniture in this room, plus you. Your fears are consequently irrational, and you should be able to overcome them. Focus. Who's there? Who's in the room? I can hear you breathing. Don't be silly. There's no one in the room. No one has come in. A psycho could be hiding in the ceiling, then sneak out under the cover of darkness. In front of me! Behind me! Hands reaching out. Ah! What was that? Calm down, Edward. It's just a table, and you've knocked over the glass. You're hyperventilating. Deep breaths. It was my own breathing. I scared myself silly with my own breath. I bet they're laughing outside. Stupid student. Couldn't even cope with the dark. If anything really wasn't here with me, they'd see it and they'd come here in seconds. Seconds. That's another thing that happens when it gets dark. Time stretches and twists. How long have I been in here? A minute? 5? It feels like hours. They could have walked away and I'd never know. I'd never be able to get out of here. There is someone here. I can feel them watching me. In the corner? Where are they? Show yourself! Ah! Bloody chair! Ah! There! If there was anyone, I'd just knock them out. There can't be anyone. There's no windows. She shut the only door behind her. I'd have seen the light if anyone had come in. Wasn't the lack of windows the reason the researcher died? Carbon monoxide from a faulty heater and no ventilation. They'd have changed that now, wouldn't they? Hey, I can kind of see into the room behind the one-way mirror now. That's cool. I can't see much though. It's so cold in here. I can't stop myself from shivering. Shouldn't it be warmer than this? How long's it been? Hello? Can you put the heating back on, please? I don't want to catch hypothermia. Who's there? Who's there? I can hear you moving. Where are you? What if he's here? I can feel the evil in the room. It's all around me, reaching out from the blackness. What if the researcher wants to do one final experiment, and I'm the subject? Or if he's angry that we're still doing experiments in the room where he died? He could be anywhere, watching me from the corner. He could be floating in the air in front of me and I wouldn't know. He'd just appear in front of me, glowing in white, or red, or I might not even see him at all. Just feel fingers around my neck and then... There's so much hatred in the room. Where are you? Just show yourself and be done with it! Wait. Andrea? Felicity? There's someone in the room behind the one-way mirror. I can see a shadow in there. Can you wave or something to let me know that it's you?
Help! Somebody help! Help!
figure it out. I've reviewed the videos with the police so many times.
I don't want to be here. I really don't.
Maybe if we go through the movements in the room where it happened, we'll spot something that wasn't visible from the camera.
I can't get the look on his face out of my head. I see it whenever I close my eyes. What if...
There's nothing you could have done. He had to have had an underlying condition for that heart attack to have been so severe.
But Felicity, it looked as if he'd been scared to death.
Andrea, you are a scientist. That is a ridiculous speculation. Now let's get started. You came in and showed him the room. Then you left and shut the door. Well, go on. Shut it. He jumped up when we turned out the lights, and he was standing right here. At 4 minutes into the experiment, he span round like so, and his heart rate and breathing increased dramatically.
Oh, is it me, or is it getting colder in here?
He appeared to then relax, his heart rate returning to just above normal. Then it slowly increased again. He threw the chair ahead of him right where you're standing now, and ended up standing staring at the wall, not moving.
I don't want to be here. Felicity, can we do this another time? Something doesn't feel right.
He was positioned here, and had his back to the camera looking at that one-way mirror. At 10 minutes, we turned the lights back on. Edward was still staring straight ahead when he screamed and collapsed. What made him scream?
Felicity, I can't open the door.
What did he see in the mirror? That has to be the key. Let me take a closer look. Aha! There has to be a flaw in the glass. For a moment I thought there was someone there.
What happened to the lights? Felicity? Where are you? Where are you?
You've been listening to In the Dark, written by Joanne Toon, with Robert Penny as Edward, Emma Wilkes as Andrea, and Emmeline Braefield as Felicity. Directed by Emmeline Braefield. Produced by Cat on a Piano Productions. The Theatrephonic theme tune was composed by Jackson Pentland, performed by Jackson Pentland, Mollie Fyfe-Taylor, and Emmeline Braefield. For more information about the Theatrephonic podcast, go to catonapiano.uk/Theatrephonic, tweet or Instagram us at Theatrephonic, or visit our Facebook page. If you enjoy Theatrephonic and would like to get more content, please consider supporting us by visiting patreon.com/Theatrephonic. Please don't forget to rate and review. Thank you for listening.